Planting an idea can almost be as hard as planting a cotton crop, especially if you're trying to convince a young person to take up agriculture. This year, the Morehouse Parish Black Farmers and Landowners Association celebrated its 10th anniversary and designed this year's field day around one idea: to plant the seeds of production agriculture into the mind of the next generation of ag producer.
You got to pick it down.
A cotton field has become a classroom, as Antoine Downs, there in the green shirt, teaches these boys about cotton during the Morehouse Parish Black Farmers and Landowners Association annual field day. In its 10th year, this field day is not only a place to get the latest crop information, but for these young people, it's also a new take on an old idea. Agriculture is a viable career choice. For association member Robert Coleman, he wants his 5 grandkids to know where their bread and butter come from.
I like to see them be able to continue to grow in agriculture and continue to be able to raise some type food, or do something that's important, you know. And I need them to understand this is how agriculture works. You plant these seeds and they grow, and then you gather.
It takes it off of the cob.
In Bonita, the crowd collects information about corn. Listeners take photos and give their attention as Downs describes a typical corn harvest. P.J. Haney knows a lot about corn. Haney, a Virginia row crop farmer, sits on the board of the National Black Growers Council, an organization that promotes sustainability among African American farmers. Haney says it's vitally important that young people get involved.
This corn, they can't put it on a plate, but the corn that goes and gets fed to the chickens, that's fed to the beef cattle, and they pick it up through their McDonald's chicken nuggets or their steaks on their dinner plate. That's what we got to get them to realize, the whole circle of life here, and how this food that, you know, is in this row crop stage goes on their dinner table.
The acquisition of land for young ag producers was just one of many issues discussed during this year's field day. NBGC President Bill Bridgeforth says his organization has partnered with the Morehouse Parish Black Farmers and Landowners Association to develop strategies to help young African Americans acquire suitable farmland. In fact, the issue has framed the council's legislative agenda.
It's been for several years, maybe even 2 generations. The only way to get into row crop farming is you either marry into it or you're born into it. There are a few exceptions, of course, but generally that's just the way it is. So it makes it hard for especially our men and women to get involved in row crop production.
The Morehouse Parish Black Farmers and Landowners Association started with an idea. The idea that agriculture can take root in a young person and grow into a farmer who can preserve the ag industry for the next generation.
Cotton, soybean, and cattle specialists from both the LSU Ag Center and the Southern University Ag Center participated in the event.